Hello, welcome to your very quick video on ratios. You will be able to identify and write ratios in 3 different ways. So the first question is, what is a ratio? A ratio is a comparison of 2 quantities by division. You will see that most of the time, almost always, they will have the same label. For example, they are comparing boys to other boys, or a sport to another sport. The overall category is the same. So like classmates, they're all people, that sort of thing. And I will give you examples as we go. So how do we write ratios? There are 3 ways to write them. The first way is to use a fraction. And an example of that would be you have 12 boys to 13 girls. And that would be the ratio of boys to girls in the classroom. And so you would see it as a fraction, 12 over 13. The second way you could see it written, or will see it written, is using a colon. And a colon, if you don't know, is just the 2 dots that looks like that. And so the ratio, we'll use the same one, 12 boys and 13 girls in a classroom. That ratio would be 12, and then the colon is how you say 2, and then 13. The third way you can see it written is using the word 2. And that's how you can identify it. An example then would be, with the same example, it would be 12 to 13. When you're dealing with ratios, you do want to keep in mind that you have to simplify them if at all possible, just like you would simplify fractions. Also, order is extremely, extremely important. How do I find ratios? Here's an example. It took the Vikings 12 games to win 2 of them. The first question we are going to discuss is, what is the ratio of wins to losses? Order is important, extremely, extremely important, because we don't label when we are using them, so we have to follow the order so that we know what we're talking about. So our order is wins to losses, which means they won 2, and then they lost. If there was 12 games played and they won 2 of them, they lost 10. That's using the colon form. You can also use 2 out of 10. And please keep in mind, though, that these can be reduced. So it'll actually be 1 to 5, and then 1/5, 1 to 5, and then you can also use the words 2. So it'll be 1 to 5. The next question, what is the ratio of wins to games? Order matters. Wins was 2 to games is 12, and that can be reduced down to 1 to 6, and you can just think of a fraction if that helps you reduce it down. And then also the third way then would be 1 to 6. Your turn. What are the 3 ways to write ratios? And number 2, the RMS Media Center has 27 math books and 36 English books. What is the ratio of math books to English books? For number 2, make sure you are simplifying it all the way down, and also include all 3 ways to write the ratios. And then check in with me when you're done. Alright, you should have had colon, fraction, and then the word 2 for number 1. Number 2 is the ratio is 3 to 4, but you should have also written it as a fraction and using the word 2. That's the end. Short and sweet. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.